Hello everyone, it's Wednesday. So last Sunday after church we drove up above Portland, Maine to the town of Freeport, the headquarters of LL Bean. If you've never heard of LL Bean, let me first apologize, and second, let me explain why. LL Bean is a company much like Cabela's. They sell everything from outdoor hunting supplies to dressy casual clothing and backpacks. It's almost like Cabela's, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Kohl's all in one super awesome store. Some of the items on sale include flavored nuts, some really nice bedding, this punny lotion, hot pepper jelly, which sounds interesting, and this maple chipotle sauce, which I tried and really enjoyed. I then walked over to the larger store, passing the infamous boot out front before walking inside. Now, while I do consider myself to be an outdoorsy person, I also am the exception to the rule since I don't hunt, fish, or hike. Hello, Mr. Moose, how are you doing today? Well, anyway, so I walked around more, looking at some nice shirts that I could possibly wear to work if needed, and then all of a sudden I started hearing chimes ringing, and ringing in this really neat tune. Here, take a listen. No, actually, no. I found one shirt that was too big, then watched the fish in the indoor pond, which they use for fishing demonstrations, and then was told about these tick removers. I bought both since I'm sure they will come in handy. I was rather tired, so I rested a little before we all headed over to get ice cream before going to our next stop, the Desert of Maine. Granted, it's more like a sandy field than a desert, but that's mostly because the forest is reclaiming it. We took a tram tour of the desert and learned about an old water spring house that was buried over time by the sand. This pole was attached to the roof of the spring house, and as you can see, says that it's about 8 feet underneath us. We continued walking by these trees with all their branches jumbled up and whatnot, but it turns out that since the sand continues to inch its way up them, they start to turn their branches into roots. The tour ended and we stopped in the gift shop where I found this adorable seal pup that was soft like our rabbit was. And then I found 2 signs out front with errors in them because I was bored. Here's one, and here's the other. Did you find the errors? We then headed for dinner at a barbecue joint where I had this awesome pulled pork before heading back toward our hotel after a truly enjoyable day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.